Hey gamers, it's Marco, the Bob Ross of ESO, and I'm back from my long sabbatical. Did you miss me? Well, some of you did, and some of you didn't, but even the haters never skip my videos. Exploration Gaming is still alive and well, and I'll be branching out into Starfield soon. Loads of surprises for everyone in store, so be sure to subscribe and like if you haven't already. So today, some gold grinding secrets in ESO, and I'm going to show you a boatload of different locations, and yeah, many of them are in the new Necrom chapter, which I love by the way, so here we go. Players who are just starting out often find themselves to be short on gold, and not powerful enough to fight for the big ticket items. But fear not, the easy and fun way to gain both gold and experience is by harvesting everyday things that veteran players need. Specifically alchemy and provisioning ingredients. Now, I make bewitched sugar skulls as my primary food for all my 11 characters to eat, and also to sell to other players. Two of the items needed for this recipe are easy to acquire for newbies. Scrib jelly, not terribly exciting for veteran players to harvest, but scribs are easy to kill and the jelly sells very quickly on guild traders for around 2,000 gold. Now all my prices are based on the PCNA server, which I realize is the most inflated ESO economy. But you understand, it's all relative depending on which server you're on. There are two great mines to hunt for scribs. The Uncobra Kwama mine in southeastern Shadowfen, and the Burroot Kwama mine in Grotwood. Now don't forget to one-shot the really little scribs. They can drop the jelly. You can expect to make 20 to 50,000 gold per hour in these mines. Another valuable item to harvest is Columbine. This sells in the 3 to 5,000 gold range, and if you have a bunch of alchemy surveys lying around in your inventory, do them first and stock up on these plants to make some easy gold. The new Telvanni coastline has loads of mudcrabs on the shore of every body of water. Mudcrab chittens sell for around 1,500 gold, and killing mudcrabs also gains rapport with the Xandar, who is my favorite new companion. I like him because of his inquisitive passive that can grant you portfolios of valuable documents when you loot containers or backpacks, which I do constantly. I've also been fishing in the two new zones. The fishing nodes seem, at least to my eye, to hold more fish and to dole out perfect roe much more often. We need the Necrom Master Angler achievement as part of earning our new Barrel Glow Nyx Ox mount, and perfect roe still sells in the 75 to 90,000 gold range, but it doesn't sell very fast. Also, some exceptional antiquity leads drop from fishing, so get out your rod and bait. On to some of the big money makers. There are two new public dungeons, the Gorn public dungeon in the Telvanni Peninsula and the Underweave in Apocrypha. Both have a rare drop that you can get from killing any mob. The good news is these rare drops don't seem as rare as similar public dungeon drops in the past. Veteran players are attempting to complete the Great Oaks from Little Acorns achievement, and the amazing prize is a non-combat Grot Oak squirrel pet that they'll never use. Players require 25 lost Grot Oak acorns from the Gorn public dungeon in the Telvanni Peninsula, and 25 unearthed Ballenwood seedlings from the Underweave in Apocrypha. Currently on the NAPC server, these are going for 120,000 gold each. If you're a player with moderate skills or have someone that you can group with, I highly recommend hanging out in these new public dungeons and killing everything in sight until you get the acorns and seedlings to drop. I don't know for sure if there's a cooldown once one of these drops for you, but I suspect there is. Tell me if you know for sure in the comment section below. Now, while we're on the subject of rare drops in public dungeons, let's talk for a minute about Blackwood and the Silent Halls. This is where players go to die of frustration trying to get the scaly cloth scraps. Players require 50 of these, which is absurd considering they almost never drop. When a player manages to find 50 of these cloth scraps, or more likely buys 50 cloth scraps, they can create the Thraffi Debutante Gown. Now, scaly cloth scraps sell for around 90,000 gold currently. And while we're talking about collecting scraps of cloth, if you happen to have any scraps of minstrel's cloth left over from the Jesters Festival, these fetch a whopping 300,000 gold apiece. That's because they only drop once a year during that festival. So I hope you learned a bit here and now are going to go out and grind. If you're wondering about my swinging outfit, it's the Fate Scryer outfit earned from doing the Necrom Zone story, which is very fun to do. I also recommend that. As always, I'm Marco. Have fun playing the new Necrom chapter in ESO. Be kind to one another, and keep exploring.